Hi everyone. Today is a kind of intro, easy TRX with mobility. It's probably about 10 minutes. I'm going to do 30 seconds of each thing. We'll be facing the TRX, facing away, doing a bit of side work and coming on to the floor just for a couple of stretches at the end. So quite basic, but it's a great way to learn the ropes and just to feel your way through all the exercises. Okay, so here we go. I'm setting for 30 seconds. Right, so we're going to start off with the straps long. So ideally, I'm keeping it long just for ease today. Ideally, you want your rubber handles at your knee height, and your loops it will probably be about mid-calf, just about, and that's a nice position to put them in. But it all depends on how high you've set them. But again, it's so versatile, just play around with it. You can do all these exercises at all different lengths. I'm going to teach you first about the setup position and how we're going to use the actual TRX. So stabilise the shoulders. Your body's in like a plank position, so we're focusing on core a lot of the time. We don't want bottoms to be coming forward and back and losing our shoulder stability. So we're focusing on that all the time. So with your squat position, we're going to lean out. So the further you are towards the wall, the harder it is. I'm not going to go hard today. I'm just going to get you to lean out just a little way through here. So all we do is we're going to squat down, arms will straighten a little bit, and then you're going to stand up again. So down and up. I've got my feet hip distance, and I'm stabilising my core and my shoulders. So arms out, push those feet in as you come back. Try not to rely on your arms pulling you up. There's lots of different versions of this. You can do the whole thing with straight arms, which I often do with my clients, but I'm just trying to keep being a video as straightforward as possible. So just keep working through. Got about 5 seconds. After this, we're going to come into side lunges. There we go. So let's move that mat before I slip. So all we're going to do is we're going to step out to your right. Your toe opens out slightly, the left leg straightens, come back to the centre, and then you step out again. The arms will just naturally come forward and come back, but your legs are doing the work. I'm trying to mobilise and be dynamic so that your inner thighs get a stretch. There we go. Keeping the tummy pulled in, think pelvic floor. Here we go, last one here. Great, we're now going to come into a reverse lunge. Your feet to hip distance. You don't really need the straps, but they're there for a little bit of balance. So you just step back, both knees bend, come in. And again, step back and come in. Just let those arms be natural. So as you step back, they have to lengthen a little bit, but you're not being pulled in by your arms. Down and up. That heel stays up behind as you tap back. Get down with that back knee. Well done. Okay, next one here is a curtsey. So the version of curtsey I'm going to give you today is going to be a squat with a curtsey. Squat with a curtsey. So we're squatting in the middle, and then and if you want to make it harder, you can squat and hover the leg. Squat and hover. Or you can make it easy as I did before. You can touch the foot behind. Keeping yourself square on. Try not to use your arms too much. Great. So now we're going to make it a little bit harder. Second round. It's a single leg squat. So your right foot is going to go in the centre of the ankle point. Your left foot is going to come off. Now I'm going to get you to try and get your arms to straighten to make it harder. You can rely on that right glute to come down and then pull you back up again. Oh, every time I look at you, I lose my balance. So down, I won't look at you. And then down again and lift. Stabilise the shoulders, load through the glute, abs on. Phew, other side. I started late on that one, so it'll be harder this time. So left leg in the middle of the ankle point at the top, the clip. Stabilise, make sure you're equal. Wasting time. Take the right leg off. You're going to come down and lift. Down again and lift. You're really working hard into that glute. Down and lift. And again down. 6 seconds to go. You can always, if you put that foot there, it does make it a little bit easier if you don't want to do the full one. Well done. Okay, now we're going to come to do side lunge again. So you're stepping out. This time you're coming up with a knee lift. Stay on the same side. So out, knee lift. So this is still like a warm-up, but you can make this your full workout as well if you do lots of different reps or different sets and lift. So toe out, lift the knee. To make this a bit harder, you can come out and lift the arms. So down, as soon as you get those arms in, it's harder. Well done. Okay, so here, same thing. Step down and knee lift. Step out, knee lift up. And again, out, knee lift. Out, knee lift. So to make it harder, you're going to make sure that your handles are always pulled taut. Lift. So down, circle. You're kind of circling those arms out to the side and lifting them up. Or don't do the arms. Well done. Okay, lunge. Right foot goes back. So your right foot steps back, you're going to lunge up. And again, step and lunge. Step and lunge. You can always add on and lunge and uncurl the leg. Step back, lunge and uncurl. Down, lift. Down, lift. Four seconds. Well done, swap sides. So right foot forward, same again. So stabilise those shoulders, get yourself in a position that you know you're not pulling on those shoulders, so don't worry about going forward or back. Bend, oops, and knee lift, bang the knee, down, knee lift, down, knee lift. To make it harder, down, uncurl, down, take the leg off, uncurl. Try not to fling through that knee joint, really do feel like you're uncurling the leg. Well done. Okay, and then with a curtsey, we're going to keep our feet hip distance, right leg only. We're going to curtsey back and then up. So right leg is standing still, left leg behind. So really getting into one-legged work, making it hard, making this a good workout to build on. Whoops, lost my balance. And again, 5 seconds. Down. So whoops, every time I look, change my gaze. Down, other side. Foot in the centre again. Left foot, that is, stabilise. Have your right leg behind. You're going to come back, whoops, and balance. Down, lift. It's a good job. The foot's just hovering. You can just touch it down if you lose your balance. So down and lift. That's it. 8 more seconds. Then we're coming into the last round of kind of like a stretchy one. That's it, last one there. Good. So with the squat one now, we're going to have ourselves in a long plank position. You're going to lift the toes up, hinge, and just stretch through here. And just hold it for a second. Now I'm going to add on with this one, coming into working through the back. So you're going to bring your arms up, bring the arms behind, bring your toes down. And then you're going to hinge, lift the toes and hinge. Come back up again. Timer's going to go down and then lift. Coming down to your side lunge. So we're going to stay low and you're just going to swing side to side, lifting up the toes on the straight leg. Out we go, just rolling side to side. Feels quite nice. Kind of hanging off the TRX, getting a good stretch through those legs and hips. Well done. Finish there. Now with your reverse lunge, we're going to do a hamstring stretch. So here, right foot is forward, left knee is bent. You're going to stick the tailbone up behind you, arms straight and hold. Just hold all the way through here. You can lift the toe up if you prefer or keep it down. You can either come up and then go down again. Just hold it through here, whichever one you prefer with the toe. Make sure you're safe on your heel. Same on the other side. So left foot is forward, right foot is down. You're going to sink your hips back, lift that tailbone up behind you, and lift the toe if that's okay for you, otherwise keep it low depending on your ankle strength and mobility. And then again you can come up and then lower yourself back down again. Try not to hang out through those shoulders, keep sucking those shoulders in, and again come up and then down. Nice long back, great. So this one we kind of call it a gorilla. So your feet are going to go wide, a bit like we were in the curtsey slightly. And you're just going to sink down, and then you're just going to sway, similar to the side lunge. You're going to sway. Now you can even walk forward and back like a gorilla. So you can walk forward and back or just sway with bent knees side to side. And then you can also come onto your toes, stand up, lean back, come down onto your toes. We'll just go on a little bit with this one. Lean back, down, toes, lift, lean back, down, lean forward onto toes, lift up, lean back, down, toes, up, lean, down, toes, up, lean. Just leave it on this one here. Hold it onto your toes, pull up. Well done. Okay, so that's just a set of leg exercises and stretches facing the wall, the ankle point. Now we're going to face away, okay? And then we'll do the side. Let me just start the timer again. Again, you don't need a timer necessarily. You can just do it kind of naturally, what feels right for you. Just work through the exercises. So, facing away. So similarly to the facing towards, the further your feet are this time to the wall, the harder it is. Whereas, same thing on the other side, but you are facing. So, feet are here. You're in the middle of your anchor point. You've got a movable leveler here, so you can just like equalize it. So you can just kind of make sure your arms are level. And then all we're going to do from here is we're going to just do a press up first. We're going to bend the elbows. Your hands are quite high. You're going to bend the elbows. Your body drops down, and then you push back. But look at my body, if you can see me in the shadow there, in the shade, is I'm not dropping my pelvis forward or sticking my bottom back as I return. So it's not that, and it's not that. So you're long from your shoulder all the way to your ankle. So that's quite a hard version. There are harder. You can walk forward to make it easier. So you just come forward and back. Just make sure you don't go too far forward. You don't want those elbows to pull too far back. And if you're really struggling, stagger the feet just to get the movement right. Try not to let the straps rub on your shoulders, so you want to make sure that hand height isn't too low. Okay, so from here, that's the press up. I was going to do a few more reps, so I thought, no, I won't. We're going to do arm lifts, roll down, roll out even. Remember the ball, the big ball, you can do these on your elbows, but we're doing them on TRX. So again, strong through the core, strong through the shoulders. You lift out, up with the arms as the body comes out. You pull back with the plank. So what tends to happen here is people are a bit scared, they stick the bottom out, and then as they return, they pull back. No. Long, stabilise. Get that core working. Pull back. So we're just going out, and then returning. And again, out and returning. Load through your core. My heels are up, coming onto the balls of my feet, returning back a little bit forward. And then you can just kind of merge it. You can do a press up, and then the roll down, or roll out. And again, press up, straight arms. Couple more reps. And lift, and again, out, and lift. Okay. I'm going to show you briefly the tricep. I wasn't going to, but I'm going to add it in. I can feel mine really working already, so I'm slightly regretting that decision. So, your elbows are going to bend, your wrist stays straight, elbows stay narrow, and then you straighten the arms back. It's hard. So, the further away your feet are, the further towards the wall you are, the harder it is. The further away, the easier. So maybe start here, bend and straighten. Bend and straighten. You can even stagger the legs, like I said before, bend and straighten. Watch that the wrists don't do anything extra. Watch that you don't lift your shoulders, and watch the elbows don't go out. So you want to be really narrow with those elbows. I'll just do a few more reps properly, even though I know you can't see from the front angle. So you're just bending and straightening. Long line through the body. Last one. Whew. Well done, that's hard on the triceps. We're now going to stretch the chest. So you are going to stagger yourself with a facing away lunge, open the shoulders, and we're just going to lean. So you can lean by bending through the front knee, or if you want to, you can just step further forward. Again, play with it. Don't be afraid. Just stabilise. Just don't do anything too fast. And just hold it through here. You can even do a little bit of a windmill while you're here, if that feels good. Side to side. And then you can step and do the other side, other leg as well. Oh, I forgot. On this side, you can do your calf. So push your calf down as you stretch, get into the right position. So push that back heel back. Well, I nearly forgot that one. And now this side, same thing. Put your heel back this time, and then open the chest, lean forward, enjoy that stretch. You can cartwheel your arms if that's comfortable for your spines and your chest. If not, you can leave the cartwheel out. Lovely. And you can even lean with straight arms. You can do it on the other side as well. There's so much you can play around with, just lean and stretchy there. Fabulous. We're going to try side work now. It's just a stretch and a bit of a core one. So you're going to have yourself in line with your clip, your anchor point. Both hands are on the handles, and you're going to, both hands are on both handles basically, and you're going to have yourself leaning out slightly with your hands on your head. So straight line from here, stabilise those shoulders. Be really careful. All I want you to do is just slowly drop the hip out and then return. Just slowly drop the hip out and return. If that's really uncomfortable, pop the right foot forward, the inside, the anchor leg forward. It's my right, might be your left, and the other. So you opened your legs, and now do the same thing. It might give you better stability to do it this way. I just showed the other one just in case you wanted to have a go. So abs in, and you're using your obliques. You're getting a stretch and a contraction and a workout at the same time. Fabulous. Turn around and do the same thing on the other side. So again, we'll start with feet together if you want to try that one. Your legs are in line with the clip, hands on the head, lean out, and then you're going to try control that little bend, and then for a wider base, a safer base possibly, have the legs wider and then drop out. Really use your obliques side to side to work through this movement. That's it. Last couple. Fabulous. Okay, so you're going to face back again, and then we're going to twist, get a little bit more rotation coming in now. We're going to twist the straps. So put your right rubbery handle through the triangle above the other rubbery hand on the other side, and then you've basically twisted them. Now do exactly the same again. Your now right handle goes through your now left handle. So basically you've just twisted the webbing, and they're twisted around, so basically they're not going to fall apart if you hold one. The other one isn't going to drop away. And then with your stronger arm, mine's going to be my right, it might be your left, you're going to grab the handles, and I've got quite small hands, so I've got my thumb wrapped around the webbing, but you might be able to hold the double handles. And then we're going to lean out through here. So I'm starting with my right arm on purpose, which is my stronger arm. The left hand's going to come up here. All I want you to do is straighten your stronger arm and then open the chest out. You can let your hips open as well. Now your right arm is going to pull you all the way into the top, and then come down again, open, and then pull all the way in. So you can see with this workout, I haven't done lots of arm work, I haven't done biceps, I haven't done rows, I haven't done planks, I haven't done lunges where you put your foot in the strap, which is quite tricky. That'll come another time. I'm just having a bit of a play and showing you some ones that are quite fun to do, and a bit of mobilisation. Well done. Let's try the other side. So again, be aware of your weaker arm. You've got to hold all your weights coming off this arm, elbow in. You're slowly going to open out the arm and rotate. Pull all the way in, making sure that shoulder's staying low, and again open, and then come in. Go again. Abs on. Control it as we open. Now I'm on my heels. Just make sure you're not in a slippy area. And then pull in. Last one. Open. And rotate. Lovely. So we're going to come down onto the mat just for two finishing stretches. So from here you're going to put your mat down. So I've got these a little bit too high really for me, because I've got to try and get my foot into these straps, and I'm struggling a little bit because it's a bit high, or my legs are too short. So my right foot's going into both of the straps because they're still twisted together. Right knee goes down, left foot comes forward. Now this is quite a strong quad stretch and hip flexor, but it's lovely. So hopefully you can manage this by getting yourself in this position. You might find that just by being here might be a big enough stretch for your foot further in towards you. But I'm going out, and I want you to tuck your tailbone underneath. So you've really, it's a massive stretch, and you're going to hold it here. And if you want to add on, with your right knee is down, right foot in, lift up your right arm, over to the side. Now do a side bend, like a cartwheel, over to your left. And just stretch through there. Well done. And then just hold it through here. And we'll swap. So I'm going to put my hands down, put the other knee down, take my foot out, swap feet. So put your foot in first, then pop your knee down and bring the other leg forward into a position that's comfortable for you. So open up the chest, tuck the tailbone under. You can lean into this a little bit. So really think about that pubic bone lifting. Lift up the left arm now and then side bend all the way over for a lovely stretch through there. Well done. Okay, get out of it now. So hands down, knee down, foot out. All I'm going to do to finish with is get you to sit on your bottom. I'm not going to ask you to do your chin-ups or pull-ups, that's another one. You're going to untie your straps. Sit out with your feet under your, under your ankle point comfortably. And you're just going to do like a spine stretch forward. So sitting up nice and tall, legs straight. If you can't get them straight, bend the knees. Just reach forward and stretch. And then roll all the way up. Same again, just drop the chin slightly. Reach forward and stretch. Roll all the way up. And again, drop and stretch. Lovely. So you can do as many of those as you want. I'm going to get you up to standing now. I'm going to get up to standing now. So you bend your feet. Now, hopefully you don't slide on your mat. I hope I don't slide on mine. And you're going to walk your feet. No, all right. Walk your feet back into this position. And then you're going to lean out, bend your knees down, and now tuck your tailbone under. And feel that stretch through here. Well done. Now you can always do a glute stretch as well. So ankle over knee. Great stretch through there. Same on the other side, ankle over knee. Great stretch through there. Well done. There you go, a little bit of TRX, kind of beginners, bit of mobility, just for you to have a play with.